Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another windswept session of the Northumberland Rock Hopper. This evening we are fishing a new ship club match. It is blowing a gale, 40 odd mile an hour, west-southwesterlies. Getting here a little bit late because we've had to wait for it to uncover with a big tide this evening. I've got a bait in the water, it's been in 2 or 3 minutes. Now Stu and Dean are farther along there. Conditions are pretty crap, it's flat as anything. It's a decent sized tide, so it's the 15th of December. And we're fishing a lower water match, 3 hours down, 1 hour up. So it's a 0.76 low, and lower tide is actually 9:30. So at the minute it's 18 minutes past 6. So with a bit of luck, someone will get fish here this evening. There's not a lot to see obviously because it's pitch black, but we'll try our best to get a fish on camera tonight. It's got a long way to go out the tide at the moment. I'll probably work my way further along this skier when I get the chance. I could have gotten on the island with the lads, but they're doing quite well in the league. Stu is anyway, he's second at the minute. So I don't want to get in anybody's way. I'll just come along here. Can you see just how windy it is? It's a nightmare. So I've gone straight out off the front on this cast. It's quite hard to even hold the camera still in this wind. Like I see, it is flat as anything to see, much like it was the other evening at Newton. But I certainly feel a bit more confident fishing here on the flat sea than I did up there. It probably doesn't sound that windy on the camera, so that's because I've got the microphone and I've got my back to the wind. But believe me, it is blowing a hooligan. It is bloody awful out here. I've been having a little knock, like something's having to go there. This is my first cast, so might have something small on, or it could be them bloody coolies again. Now I'm trying to stand and feel for a bite in this wind. It's going to be very difficult. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel for this bite, like. I literally can't even tell if that's a bait or not. It was definitely a bait, but I can't feel a thing there, man. It's just too, I'm getting buffeted all over. Jesus, that wind's something else. Right, this one's had the full 25 minutes. Had a bait quite early on in this cast, but nothing really come of it. Oh, and that is Snags solid. There you are. Something snapped. I think that must have been a hook length or something, because I've got 35-pound rotten bottom on there. Oh, yeah. Bugger that wind. Got a feeling it's probably not to be link. No, it's not. The 80-pound rig body snapped. If I've still got a link on there, I have. That's good, it means I can get that. My second rig, which I've already got baited up. I'm back in the action straight away. I think I'll try a bit of an angle this time. I should probably move further along that skier if I'm honest. I'll just jump down here and make a cast at an angle. You probably can't see us from here, but of course with that wind the casts are going by miles, even by my standards. This is brutal. Fishing in this must be nuts. So that's the end of my first cast there. I did get a bait straight away, but everything snagged up solid and I lost a whole lot. Don't think I was a fish on lake because, like I say, I got a bait early, picked the rod up, waited for a bait, couldn't feel anything, and then I watched it like a hawk after that and nothing else come of it. Did I say this was brutal? As soon as I put the camera on and that beautiful moonlight goes behind the cloud. Oh, I just had a little knock there. Yep. Come on, pick it up and run with it. I thought I had a bit of slack line. Again, it wasn't a fantastic bait, however. I'll have to investigate it though. I'm having to stand with the rod at the side just to try and gauge the bait. I've got a pulley rig on here and I had a Paternoster on the first one which I lost in the snag. But again, much like before, a couple of little taps and then nothing. But I've got my camera and my light and everything tied to my box. I'm sorry for the low angle, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's going to have to stay like that. So there was a competition last night. I think it was one from up here somewhere with 3 fish for £7 odd. And second place, I believe, was a cool fish. So it tells you how hard it is. There wasn't a lot about last night. But we're starting to get to that time when the big fish are expected. So if you're lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, you might latch onto a good fish. That wind is relentless. Yeah, I just felt a little tap there, but that's all it was, a little tap. Yeah, I'm going to have this in and going to move. If I can get it in. Oh. Oh God, that's heavy bloody ground on. No fish on lake, just heavy ground. Whew. There's a lot of birds around tonight. At least I got my gear back there, I think. Right, cast number 3. Need a fish. If I go straight out, I'm going at an angle. Not sure. Try a bit of an angle. Try not to go too far, to be honest, because the wind's certainly helping the casting distance. Right, so that's the third cast in there now. So far no fish to show for it, but we've had a couple of little knocks. I haven't got a clue how the boys are getting on along there. Fingers crossed for Stu, because he's currently sitting second in the league. I think he's only about £8 off first place. Everyone's going to be sick as a chip and fishing in this tonight, like, unless of course someone gets a good fish. I think ideally everyone would like to fish quite early on, and then it can just go and sit in the van. I think if we're going to get a fish, we'll get it off this corner, to be honest. I'm getting plagued by these little bites again. And I was just stripping the old bait off my rig there before, and I looked up and I had a bit of slack line. So I tightened up again, and I got a little tiny rattle. Only brought 12 wings with us tonight. Plenty squid though, and I went digging yesterday and I dug a good, not sure, maybe 100 lugworm. It's been in nearly 20 minutes, I've had that one little pull. Right, that's had as long as I'm about to give that. Time for a fresh one. Haven't had a bite. Well, I've had that one little, tiny little pluck. I felt like I was on clean sand there. It's had a big tide tonight, so that wind, I'm trying to cast short, and that blooming wind's taking it quite a distance. Go on, Bennett. I'm sure that wind's getting stronger. Going straight out this time. Oh yeah. Again, I'm not going far. Trying not to anyway. Right, cast number 4. This really is horrible this evening. Absolutely horrible. Oh, my lights over there. They're going again. I've just had a bite there. Best bait of the night anyway. It's typical, isn't it? It's not going to come back. I should just pick the rod up instead of trying to turn the damn camera and lights on. It's the first decent bite I've had tonight, really. Proper bite. Did I feel the hooks? Come on. Come on. I'm not convinced that that's not another Pulley. Something there, but I think it's just small. Just feel the tiniest little tap. So I think I'll just leave that there for a minute. Get in one baited up, ready. Yeah, I'm going to have that one in. It hasn't been in that long, but I had a decent bait on that before, so I'm just going to have that one in. It wasn't a massive bait actually I put out there. Whoa! He's nearly done. Oh, solid. Absolutely solid. Now I just like to try and take a little bit of care in a situation like this, because I've had a bait there and there could be a fish lying on, but I'm snagged. So rather than just sort of pull on and break instantly, try and just give it a little bit of pressure. In case there's a fish on. See what I mean? Take your time. I had that bite ages ago. Because I was snagged, I thought I'll just take my time, just in case. And there we have it. Beauty. Right, I'm going to say that's about £2. Maybe a tiny bit over. Not big enough to kill. Let's get them here. There's a nice little gully there to get them in. Let's see if we can get them in. Oh, steady on, son, nearly dropped me. Ready? He went back, no problem. So it's not a blank. We haven't blanked. Kelp's starting to appear now. Dear me, what a night. Well, that was definitely the best bait of the night. It wasn't a thumping bait or anything, but it was definitely the best bait I've had so far this evening. Put up a decent account of itself, to be honest. This circle hook had it nicely hooked in the scissors there, and I managed to get it back alive. See, I'm not that fussed about weighing in really, unless, you know, it's a fish that you've got a good chance of winning with. I think we're probably going to need a fish in excess of maybe £5 or £6 this evening, depending on how tough it is. Someone gets a 4 and it's a tough night, they might get a win. There's another bait. A lot of slack line there, but I think I've missed that. So hard to feel anything in this wind. Ah, slack line, I missed it. Ah, come on. That was a decent bait as well. It's clean out there though. Now, again, I got a bait there, and I tried to turn the camera on. Realised it wasn't quite recording, so by the time I faffed around with that. Ah, look. Again, much like the other night. Rig didn't unclip. So a bit of progress report. I've had one about £2 which I released. I've just been on the phone to Dean, who's had one I think around £4. I think he said on his first cast, or maybe it's his second cast, I can't remember. Stu's got one about £1 and a bit. Oh, the time's flying now. 9 o'clock, low water. Match finishes at 10 now. And usually if you've got fish to weigh and you need to get off here fairly early, like, you need to be cutting your match 15 minutes short perhaps. Well, we're desperately waiting for the tide to turn. Needs to turn. I've got one baited up ready to go. It's 18 minutes past, well 19 minutes past 9 now. This might be my last cast. I've not had so much as a sniff on that one. I mean, oh, where's the bait? Come on, pick it up. I put my rig there and thought, don't stand on that. I mean, whatever it is, can't stand on it. Nah. Nope. Oh. All the big fish must be at that end. I think I've lost my sinker. Ah, driving me nuts is. Right, like I say, it's probably going to be my last cast. I don't think I'm going to have time for another one unless I get a fish really quick on this cast. Should I blast it? Or not? I don't think it's worth blasting, like I say, it just feels too clean. Find some decent footing. So it all hinges on this, I suppose. That's me box nearly smashes my camera. So what do I like for time? Yeah, it's 9:30 now. 9:31. I'll have to leave. I haven't got a fish to weigh in actually, but I'll have to leave because the lads are going to leave. 9:45. Walk off because it's time to get back. I'm not sure if I've had much more along there, to be honest, since I last spoke to them. I haven't had any more phone calls. With a bit of luck, someone's picked up something decent. I know Dean's got one about 4-ish, but hopefully he's getting something a bit bigger. One of them has. And we're going to get one last chance. Is it flooding? It doesn't appear to be flooding, to be honest, but it should be. Shame we didn't have a little bit longer, like. Yeah, it's turning now. The tide's not quite a bit too late, to be honest. I think the boys are coming off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to pull this in because it's time to go. The boys are on their way over now. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get one this last cast day. I've just had a little tiny little tug and I thought it was going to go, but it hasn't. And now the rain's starting as well, so I'm going to get this in, get my gear packed away and get off. I'll put the results and whatnot up afterwards. Let you know who won what. Until next time, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and take lines.